Your
gonna
mother,
appreciate
Phil.
it. You know, your mother will appreciate the call, unless you get a falling out, in which case, I guess you do what's best for you. I don't know. But anyway, traditionally on Mother's Day, there's many things that happen. Sometimes, you take
What's
your
up,
mom
Murray?
out to dinner. Sometimes you get her something. I used to actually take
What's
my
up,
mom
Joel?
out to dinner on Mother's Day. Usually
Christopher?
we would go to one of her favorite restaurants, one of which was a seafood restaurant down on the waterfront. And they would have, she loved fried clams, so we would actually go and get these delicious fried clams from the place. Usually I would get shrimp. I like shrimp,
Okay.
but she would get fried clams and some fries and stuff like that. You know, many years ago, the good thing is Mother's Day is, you know, spring, and usually the weather is warmer, and it was nice to go down at this like waterfront seafood restaurant in Connecticut.
Dude,
So, but of course, you know,
I
I haven't
can
lived there in
hear
about a
his
decade.
fucking-
So how's everyone doing today? I hope
I
you're
can
doing well. I hope I find your weekend well.
I can hear his air conditioning.
We
dude.
have a few things to talk about today. Nothing too major. A few updates and a few kind of housekeeping things.
That's what that
Today's
is.
show
That
will be a
constant
lot
noise.
of kind of chill, laid-back attitude and probably some Q&A. I just want to say this up front.
That noise I'm hearing?
You know, today I'm not in the best of moods, and it has nothing to do with you guys again. Yes, it's personal stuff behind the scenes. It's bothering me. It, you know, puts me on edge. It makes me feel sad, upset. But it's life. When you get older,
Why?
particularly, it's stuff that you got to deal with.
What?
And you know, it might be on the back of my mind today. You know, my goal is to have a fun, full day of streaming with all of you.
He didn't get the Scott Steiner, dude. He didn't get the Scott Steiner, man. That sucks, dude. All that money you dropped in, dude, to WWE, you couldn't even get the right pull, man. That's sad.
Double gameplay stream day today. Help take my mind
What an
off
L,
the
dude.
stuff that's happening
Just
here
taking
in real life,
L's.
so that I can, you
Constant
know,
Ls,
have a good
dude.
time with my audience. You know, and I think for a lot of people, that's the purpose that these streams serve, right? It takes your mind off of all the nonsense,
You got the
all
shitty
stress,
pulls, dude.
all the stuff of real life that bothers you, and allows you to just sit here for maybe 5 minutes or maybe a couple hours, whatever it is, and have a good time with someone else on the other side of the internet, whether it's me particularly or other people in the community. You know, it's a great time. I really enjoy this experience I have with you guys every day. So I hope that you guys get something out of it. I'm looking to get something out of it too today. You know, it goes both ways.
What's up, Kim?
And so, I'll say this up front as well. As you know, we have a no drama
sorry.
policy on the chat. And what that means is that we're not going to have people coming in here trying to derail the stream with outside drama from, you know, completely unrelated to what we're doing on the streams. Not to say that you can't talk about other stuff, but if you try to derail, you try to bring up nonsensical drama, you know, crap, it's just not going to be entertained on my content. And understand, it's
What?
always been against the rules. And if you get moderated, you know, not much I can do about that. Got to pay attention and don't bring up nonsense, okay?
Sorry.
Especially today. Like I said already, I'm kind of in a not in a great mindset. So coming into this, you know, I'm trying to basically,
Wha-
you know, readjust myself and have a good time with you guys.
Why
Right?
does he keep saying that, dude?
All right. So anyway,
Phil.
today is Sunday. We're halfway through the streaming week, right? We're now heading into the second half of my streaming week this week, and at this point now, I've played Zelda
Oh, no,
Tears
he's-
of the Kingdom 7 hours.
He's rocking
I
re-
really like the game, but already,
Really hard
you know,
today,
7
dude.
hours in, I'm starting to see some shortcomings of the game.
He's rocking really
that definitely,
hard today,
I think,
dude.
are going to be things that maybe are going to hold back this playthrough. All right, and I know some people already. Oh, he's being nitpicky. Well, listen, it's kind of my job to be nitpicky, is it not? I'm someone who plays games and objectively reviews them from a standpoint of kind of almost an outsider, right? I'm not someone in the industry.
Don't say
who
that name,
depends
Phil.
on kissing butt.
You can't say that
or
word.
on slamming games either. I can be honest about what I feel about a game, and so far with Zelda, it's mostly positive. But I can tell you right now, from playing 7 hours in, I'm already starting to see some issues. So issue number one, all right, this game, if you're not aware, has 3 different worlds. Yes, there is a sky world of a bunch of floating islands, and I guess you could compare that either to like Skyward Sword or to like Wind Waker, where it feels like you're kind of in a sea and there's all this stuff you can
What
travel
about
between
Sonic,
and explore.
dude? Kind of reminds me of
Then
Sonic.
you've got your standard overworld,
Sonic
which
Frontiers,
is the
you know?
planet level, which is kind of like Breath of the Wild. In fact, it is Breath of the Wild, right? It literally, I think, is the same map, just re-explored and redesigned.
What?
But now, we found out last night, there's a third world under the surface of the planet called the Depths. Some people are comparing this to, say, the dark world of other Zelda games. And people have told me, oh yeah, by the way, that map is exactly the same size as the standard overworld map. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, now Breath of the Wild, which I played 6 years ago, all right, I really enjoyed it, don't get me wrong. But I particularly remember, by the time that we were getting near the last third of the game, that it definitely felt like the game was dragging on, that it was taking too long, and that you were just wrap it up.
That's just
right?
like,
Wrap it up. There's so much to do.
Wrap it up.
I wish we could just get to the end of this game. It really felt like it was taking too long. If you take a look at my...
Wasn't that a Dave Chappelle skit? It was like, wrap it up. I kind of remember that, but not really.
Breath of the Wild.
But this is how he treats every game, dude. You just want every game. It always gets old. You just want to finish it. It happens every time, Phil.
Playthrough, 194 parts, and this was a time frame when my parts were between 20 and 30 minutes long. So you're talking the playthrough was between 80 to 100 hours long.
What the fuck, dude?
I remember.
That's disgusting.
When I started playing Breath of the Wild, everyone liked it on stream. And by the time we got to about halfway through the game, everyone was actually getting frustrated, saying, man, this game is too long. And I think it is a major thing that we need to start talking about in the modern era.
That gavel up,
game length.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
At what point
Wrap
is a
that
game
gavel
too
up,
short,
B.
too long, or hitting that perfect happy medium spot
I remember
in the middle?
that, dude.
Because I do feel like game developers these days don't really consider this. Or, for example, some game developers just want games to be so long, but is everything you're doing in the game meaningful? Right?
Oh.
I would much rather play a 20 to 25 hour streamlined, linear, awesome experience.
What is meaningful,
than an
dude?
80-hour open world
What is
loaded
that?
experience where like 50 hours of gameplay are pretty unnecessary and bent on backtracking and open world exploring.
What makes it meaningful?
Not to say that those games don't have a place, but that's kind of my personal preference. Like, I think I would prefer a game that just has like, oh my god, every moment I'm playing it, it's great story, great graphics, really cool exploration, really awesome, hitting it on every octane, high cylinder enjoyment, rather than, all right, so this is a downtime where we're going to be running through the open world for 4 hours and we might find 3 useful things today.
Yo, this man legitimately said, I think yesterday, that Zelda has never been an open world game before. I was like, what? I was like, bro, every Zelda game is open world, dude. Since Super Nintendo, like, I don't, like, no, since NES. That was, I would consider, I mean, I don't know. But he's insane, dude.
You know what I mean?
Like,
when I take a look at a game like Tears of the Kingdom,
like this
and
was
you
the
say, well,
first
Nintendo's
open
charging
world Zelda game or
$70
something.
for it,
Like, I don't
okay?
understand.
You immediately say, well, why do they think that they can justify $10 more? Well, based on what I'm seeing now, 7 hours in, I think I know where their justification's coming from.
It's crazy.
They're
dude.
basically saying it's Breath of the Wild plus up here plus down here. You know, we've essentially almost doubled the number, the content from the first game.
I don't know if it's like,
But it begs the question:
selective memory.
do modern
or...
gamers want an experience that's 100+ hours long? Is it going to hold
Yes.
interest, and is it going to actually be interesting that entire time, or are you going to get bored? Right? It'll be interesting because the thing is, with a game like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, there's no achievements, there's no trophies, so there's no real way to gauge how many people who buy the game will actually finish it.
Why is he acting like people don't want longevity in a game? Like, dude, if a game was 100 hours, dude, I probably wouldn't even buy it. Like, if it had 0 replay value, I wouldn't bother. Like, nowadays, it's all about, like, what game can I play for, like, the next 5 years? You know? Like, what... That's people want thousands of hours now, Phil. They don't want 100 hours. They want thousands.
You know what I mean? Like, if you look at a lot of
Delusional, dude. You're fucking
statistics
delusional.
for video games, modern video games, it's interesting because if you look at games that, for example, are on Game Pass, a tremendous amount of people play them because they're under Game Pass and you don't have to pay any more money for them. But how many people actually finish them? Right? Now, with a game like Tears of the Kingdom, we've been waiting 6 years for a new Zelda game. The hype is real. Ridiculous amounts of people ran out and bought it. And let's face it, you also have the Nintendo fanboy force that literally buys every piece of Nintendo possible. Probably some of them bought like 12 copies of the game. I hate to say it, but it's just true. I want the collector's edition, I want the standard edition, but I also got the digital edition. Oh, I have a
the
Switch.
same
My
rant,
brother has
dude.
an OLED Switch. My mom has a Switch, and everyone needs it. You know?
He did the same exact rant yesterday. What is he doing?
So I guarantee you this game sold like crazy, right? But I guess the question again is,
Like almost word for word.
out of all those copies being bought, if the game is going to be over 100 hours
Or like
long
the
with
day
this insane
before
amount of
or
content they've
whatever.
added into it, how many people will actually play it to completion? Or how many people will pick it up, play it for 20 hours, be like, all right, it's an open world Zelda, I get it, and then never play it again, right? Now, here's the thing. I
Wait,
approach
what?
things from a different perspective.
Oh my god!
I approach
really?
it from the perspective of a content creator.
The Phil
all right?
Spective. We got
Not
some
only
Phil
am I playing a
Spective
game
going
for
on here.
myself, I'm playing it for you. I'm not just sitting here in 100 hours of my personal time. This is me actually putting out a lengthy playthrough for you.
For money.
And trying to entertain an audience of hundreds.
No,
and then
not
on
for
demand,
us,
an audience
for
of
money.
thousands.
You're doing
right?
it for money. Not for us.
And it can be tricky. Because I feel like with a game like the Tears of the Kingdom, if we approach this from an interactive content creator's perspective,
come on.
if we play this game
Give us
and
the
it's
Phil
the game that
Spective.
we talk, we chill, we have fun conversation, while entire 2 to 3 hour streams, all I'm doing is exploring the open world, doing some temples, opening up some map, portions, maybe do a dungeon here or there, whatever it may be, as long as we are interacting, right? I think it can work.
As long as
But
you're
even
giving,
then,
as long as you're giving
if
me
you
money.
take a look at a game
Bro.
like, for example, Oblivion, that's exactly the take that we've had with Oblivion, and I've been playing Oblivion since December.
Yo, I'm going hard with the Chappelle Show references today. What's that one with oh no, this is Phil needs a guy like Key and Peele, that skit, Luther. When they give Luther he's like the guy that like tells you what he really means. Phil needs a guy that's just like hyping him up, but like telling you like what he's actually saying.
Currently, as of
Like,
today,
what Phil means is
when
give
we
me
resume
money.
Oblivion on the late stream,
Give me more money.
I'm around 72 hours into Oblivion. And I can tell you right now, it feels like it's time to end the playthrough. It feels like it's exhausting at this point. Like, dude, we've been playing Oblivion for a really long time, and I feel like it's time to move on from it. And we're 72 hours in.
Lolcow
But did you hear what I
TV?
just said? 72 hours.
What even is that?
Breath of
dude?
the Wild was 80 plus hours.
I mean, I like that artwork.
Tears of the
though.
Kingdom
The artwork
reportedly is over 100 hours. You understand?
No, I don't, Phil. I stopped paying attention. Oh, wait.
So,
say it again, Phil. I can...
again, I have to
Thanks,
say
thanks.
this, length
Thanks.
of game maybe has to start to be really explored by these game developers.
Say it again, Phil.
Right?
Say it again for
It's
me.
not all about possibly making the longest possible game with the most amount of content. It's about meaningful content. And how much content in this game will be meaningful. I have to ask the question. I haven't gotten far enough into the game to make a judgment yet. But the question is now resonating in my mind. Especially when, keep in mind, this is not the only game that I'm currently playing. I'm playing Star Wars, which we're about to play today. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
I'm still doing my second run of Elden Ring, which has been superb, and I cannot wait to play more of that. We've got chill late night streams of Final Fantasy V and Oblivion. And coming up in June, we've got really big high-profile games that I'm excited to play.
Oh, that
So
makes
how
sense.
am I supposed to be playing a 100 to 120 hour long game, right? Even, let's be honest here, a normal person who doesn't do what I do for a living,
Okay.
who has a job, a family, you're in school, you have responsibilities, you can't just sit around playing games all day. Realistically, how many hours a day does a normal person have to play games? A couple hours, maybe? You expect me to play this game for 3 months? And I'm still
What?
going to have interest in it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. At this point,
Hey, Phil, how's that Oblivion playthrough coming? How's that doing, man? You doing good on that Oblivion?
I'm starting to actually strongly question game developers'
What's that-
logic when
what's
it
that
comes
Oblivion
to the way that
doing,
they're
huh?
developing games. Like,
How's that
I don't need a ginormous open game with
That's
a
been
bunch
like,
of padding. I just
what?
want a game that's streamlined and good.
6
And
months?
you know what? I hate to say it.
7
That's what
months?
Zelda games used to be.
8
If you take a
months?
look at Zelda games, right? Yes, they always
What
had
are you
some
gonna play
optional
for-
hidden
play for a
content, but for
year?
the most part, they actually were some pretty nice experiences where everything was kind of curated and created just for an awesome hands-on experience. Every time you were in a dungeon, there's stuff just for that dungeon or whatever. Now that they've made these games giant and bloated, is it really going to have that same feeling? And is it going to...
But he wants to complain about 3 months, right? I'll play Oblivion for like a whole year though.
Or is it going to be, 120 hours, but out of the 120 hours, only like 30 hours was fun. But you spent 5 months playing the game, right?
It's like too easy to call.
Now, I do have another thing to ask, all right? Because
it's too easy.
Already I'm 7 hours in, and I've now completed 8 dungeons. I take that back, temples. They're not called dungeons, they're called temples. It's the same premise as the temples in Breath of the Wild. There are mini challenge areas where you're going to use your game's like puzzle-solving abilities, the new ones. You know, the combining, the rewind ability, the rise ability where you float and go through things. You're going to use these to solve puzzles, all right? And you get rewards. Now, if you just beat the shrine, you get an upgrade item. And for every 4, I believe you either get a new heart or you get more stamina. So that's good. But there's optional items in the game, or in the dungeons.
186 parts, 500 views between all of them.
Okay, and here's where I'm starting to actually get legit upset, and I'm only 7 hours in. So every optional dungeon, or every temple that I've done, I've tried to do the optional objective. And the optional objective arguably is much harder than the standard objective. You have to figure out like an extra way to do the puzzle solving, the traversal, whatever it is, to get this extra chest. Okay?
If you did, I'll clip it eventually.
Literally, every single one is a complete waste of your time. There has not been a single optional chest I've opened that had anything of use. Last night, the last thing I did on my Zelda stream was an optional temple. We figured out how to complete it, and then there was the optional chest. Okay, let's figure this out. So we figured it out. It took a while. It was tough. It was actually quite challenging.
Yeah, he was getting pretty salty. He actually started to insult the developers. But then he just, as soon as he started going in on him, then he someone in chat donated $1, told him how to beat it, and then he did it, and then he pretended like that he did it on his own. That's exactly what happened. Now let's listen to Phil lie.
To make a thing that was in the way have to be suspended in the air, and then you had to hit a ball with a timing and had to hit a target. So we figure all this out. It took like 15 minutes to figure out the second half. We go and we open the chest. It's an elixir. It's a stamina elixir.
Yeah,
the same stamina elixir you can easily make yourself at any cooking area in the entire game by just tossing a couple common components together.
That was funny.
Why did I have to solve an optional puzzle that was difficult to get a standard item that you can get in the game in 2 seconds? It doesn't make any sense. So I was actually talking to my wife about this last night, and we came to the determination. What it sounds like happened was, much as what happens in these games, you have different groups working on the game, correct? So you had one group who was tasked with designing the puzzles in the temples, right? So all their task was make a challenging puzzle.
How do you
know that? So they did that, right? They say, here's a puzzle. The standard one is here. The extra one is here. It's an increase in difficulty, estimated 20 minutes to complete or whatever.
He must be he must know a few of these developers like personally, like to have this inside information, right? There's no way he could know this.
Right? But then you had another team, and that team is working on item placement. Oh, whereabouts in the game should certain items be for plot advancement? You don't want to put an item too early in the game because it would be overpowered. This particular temple is early on in the game.
Who's on the item
placement team, not looking at the difficulty level of the temple, just arbitrarily places an item in the temple, not even realizing you had to solve a pretty difficult puzzle to get that reward, so you work your ass off to solve it to get a piece of junk, right? That is a disconnect in game development. It should have been the teams are working together and saying, wow, the actual difficulty level of the challenge equates in a better reward. If I'm going to work my ass off to solve this tough puzzle, give me something good. Give me a unique weapon. Give me a component I can combine for a unique item I've never had before. Don't give me something I already have in my inventory, right? It's just stupid.
Is it, though? I mean,
it pissed me off last night. It really did. I was like, why am I wasting my time? And to the point where I actually said to the cat last night, I might not even waste time anymore. Since this game already is going to be so long, maybe what I'll do is I'll go into a temple, I'll just go right for the exit, get my upgrade for either health or stamina, and get the hell out of there. Like, is it even worth it to waste time on these optional objectives if 8 in a row have been crap. 8 in a row have been crap. It wasn't like, oh, one of them was bad and one of them was good. It was, you know.
Bro, can you ever just stop complaining, dude? It's really old. I mean, it was old like years ago, but it's like now it's like just fucking. Like, are we just here to suffer, Phil? Is that what we're just here for?
8 in a row are terrible. So maybe I should just do that. Streamline my own playthrough, right? Find all the temples, but only get the necessary upgrades that are good, and don't bother with the other crap.
Are we just here to suffer, Phil?
These are early observations I'm having. Keep in mind, I'm only 7 hours into
Tears
of the Kingdom. Out
Bro,
of a game that's
hell
supposedly
right
over 100 hours long.
Yo, am I dead?
Perhaps as we continue on, right, we'll see, how it pans out, if it gets any better, if it gets any worse. I would hope it gets better, but it is pretty good. As an initial offering, I am liking the game. I'm enjoying it. But I am worried, and the reason I'm worried is this game, especially with its open world atmosphere, does seem like it's going to tend to be what we would consider a chill stream game. Meaning, yes, there will absolutely be streams set in temples that are going to be serious story
chill
progression.
Night stream, maybe?
But at the same time, there's going to be entire streams where all we're doing is exploring this ginormous open world, and that's going to lend a lot more to conversation and a lot more to interaction to keep us busy and keep us occupied while I'm just running around exploring. And that really seems more like a late night chill stream, correct? Right? So the question is, do I treat Zelda like a late night chill stream? For now, I want to keep it in the daytime rotation. We're definitely playing it on Monday as the main stream. But then...
No, late night chill streams are dead, Phil. Remember? We got rid of those. There are no more late night chill streams. It's all about rage-inducing streams now. Come on.
After that, like for example, we're coming near the end of Oblivion. It looks like we may beat the Shivering Isles DLC tonight, and then probably a couple more streams of just story progression, and we're probably going to beat the whole game. I mean, it's been an awesome playthrough, but at this point, we've done all the meaningful content in it, correct? So, what do we do once we beat Oblivion? Maybe then Zelda becomes a late night chill stream, right? And that could be a way where Zelda could be night streams, Star Wars and Elden Ring are daytime streams. That allows me to make massive progression in Star Wars and Elden Ring by the end of the month, maybe even beat one of them, right? And then Zelda just continues on as a chill stream for a very long time, because if it's 100 hours, this could take months to beat. You see, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not committing to that. I'm just saying that's my initial thoughts with how the game is panning out already, okay?
Well, hold a Dent Council, and we'll get to the bottom of this. We'll figure out if they're going to pay you or not.
But again, this is all up in the air. We're going to talk about the schedule.
We're going to figure it out
in just a moment. And you guys are going to see, you're going to have some control over the schedule for the rest of the week, which I'm sure you're going to like. Everyone likes to have, a voice, right? A say. It's a gaming democracy here on DSP Gaming.
Really?
So, we'll see.
You would like
anyway,
us to
those are my
think
initial thoughts. And again, understand something. I like the game. I actually do like Tears of the Kingdom. I'm enjoying it.
Phil is a dictator. Phil, you've always been a dictator. But, I mean, that's what a dictator would say, so, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Sure, actually, this is a democracy. The videos, and the videos look great. Like, I'm very pleased.
Here, guys, here's a vote. We're going to hold the democratic vote. Your choices are C, 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 or C. What's your answer? C? Okay, great.
With my increasing capture and streaming quality and my new capture device, the game looks really good. Because I remembered my old Breath of the Wild videos, back when I was still streaming on Twitch. They didn't look so good. They were pixelized. The frame rate was constantly dipping. And I'm watching back these Tears of the Kingdom videos. I'm like, oh, they look really good. I'm impressed with the quality I'm getting. I'm like, wow, my setup really has dramatically improved. I'm happy about that, being able to make improvements for you guys. And this year, I hope things are looking better. This is really going to shine next month with games like
You didn't make the improvements.
Where traditionally, when I play fighting games, as you notice, it'll get very pixelized, a lot of frame rate drops and everything. And I think this time around...
Bro, these people got tired of watching your garbage-looking stream, dude. Somebody got so tired of watching your terrible quality stream that they actually sent you a new capture card just so they wouldn't have to watch this bullshit anymore, dude.
It's just going to look way better. And I'm very pleased with these improvements that the last 6+ months, right?
You made...
The new setup, the
You
new
made
color
zero
scheme. You know what I'm
improvements
saying?
yourself, dude.
Everything good. So I'm excited. Now, before we get to the schedule, I'll just say this. Thank you all. There's
What's
already
up,
people who are super chatting. We got a couple tips
Professor?
today. Thank you so much for that. Remember, I do shout outs in the last portion of the podcast. Sorry that I'm not doing immediate shout outs,
Yeah,
but I
easy
do
one.
like to get through my topics that I feel I want to talk about before we get to a certain portion of the stream. So thank you to everyone who is contributing. I promise
of
I
the
will get to
dented
all of your
table.
contributions
Okay.
in a timely
like
manner. However, let's get through the topics, the news and everything first. Fair enough? Okay, so what I'd like to do is go through the schedule for the rest of the week and into next week so you guys know what to expect. Today, the first session here,
I don't know.
is going to be the continuation of Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
And we have some really good news. I'm finally leaving the first planet. We are...
I think that, well, the shit that comes out of his TV definitely looks better, I'm pretty sure. But his camera is still, well, they sent him a new camera too. But he turns it down. He turns the resolution down because it's too much of a draw for his fucking whatever process. I don't know. Dude, it's so level 1, dude. And none of this is like wrong or anything. It's just wrong because he's been doing this for 20 years. Like, yeah, if he started like 6 months ago, I'd be like, okay, cool, whatever. No, Phil.
14 hours into this game. Actually, I take that back. It's about 15 hours because two of the videos are like 90 minutes long.
15 years.
And after 15 hours, we're finally leaving
15
the first
years,
area.
Phil. 15 years.
Like, what? Yeah. The pacing is pretty bad. The first world is huge and has so
20.
much to do in it, and a lot of it you
years?
can't even do yet until you
Could
have
be
other
20 now.
abilities. And now we're finally able to leave and go do other stuff, which I'm excited for. But man, it took its sweet time. So today we're finally going to see a new environment, hopefully new enemies, new challenges, and I'm excited for that, for sure. But I guess we're going to see, will this game continue to have all the issues it's had up to this point? Some people have told me once you leave Kobo, the first planet, that actually the performance improves in the game. I hope so. I really do. I hope the game looks better, runs better, and we don't keep having choppiness in the graphics, enemies completely vanishing from existence, the game crashing every time I try to put on a new piece of equipment I find in a chest. It would be appreciated if the game would actually act like a solid AAA release and not a wonky mess held together by gum and toothpicks and rubber bands. I guess we'll find out today. And
I don't know, Phil. A lot of other people are saying they like it. I haven't really heard like a whole lot of bad shit besides the stuff that you're saying.
I am excited for it. I have been enjoying the game, and I'm happy to finally jump back into it. And so let's see how it goes. 3 hours of Jedi Survivor today, and we'll see what kind of progress I make.
Wow.
Okay? On tonight's late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it is the continuation of Oblivion, and as I've said, we are now approaching the end of the Shivering Isles DLC. The Shivering Isles DLC has lasted, what, about 10 hours, I want to say? Let me take a look. So here's the two videos there. I'm actually curious how many hours we've put into it. Those two were definitely, okay. Because we've been doing it for a couple of weeks at least, right? Shivering Isles DLC begins. So it started around part...
A few weeks? You've only put 10 hours in a few weeks? And he's trying to power through it. Like when last time he was playing it, he was like done with it. He's like, he was just trying to get through it. Like
65-ish. And we're about 72, 73 parts in at this point. So I'd say just under 10 hours that we've been in the Shivering Isles DLC. You know what's weird? Is that some people told me that the Shivering Isles DLC was like, it could be like 30 hours long. And I'm like, I don't know what you'd be doing.
Oh, is that what?
Immediately when we showed up, we went to the city. The city has all the NPCs in it. We talked to all the NPCs and got a bunch of quests. We did almost all the quests, right? I think we have like one leftover quest we didn't do. And I think it has to do with collecting pearls, which we found like 3 out of 4 or something like that. And we've just been doing the story, which is the other thing. Like, It's just kind of weird. People really sold this DLC to me like it's some epic thing. And quite frankly, I don't think the DLC's been epic. I think it's been just okay. Kind of more of the same, but it really feels like that. It really felt to me like this was meant to be, you beat the main game. You really enjoyed Oblivion. You're sad to see it go. And then months later, oh, here's more post-game style content. This didn't feel to me like a DLC that you were meant to play during the course of the story, because it seems like it's incredibly difficult, which is fine. I'm not complaining about the difficulty. I'm saying it just seems like compared.
Wait, did he not finish the game? Did he not finish like the main thing before the DLC? Or is he that dented?
To the main game, this was like a huge jump in challenge. And because of that, it hasn't been that entertaining. It's been a lot of grindiness to it, right? A lot of the enemies take 5 million hits to kill and everything. It's like, dude, this is like ridiculous, over the top challenging. And of course, tonight, first thing we're doing is combat. We arrived in a town that's now.
Bro, you're supposed to be like you're supposed to be like, it's supposed to be after the game, dude. You're supposed to be like juiced, right? You're supposed to be juiced at this point. You're not just supposed to run up in the DLC with nothing.
But siege by these monsters, and of course we're gonna have to fight. We'll see how it goes, I guess. But anyway, tonight, Oblivion, 2 hours of fun on the late stream as we look to wrap up Shivering Isles. I don't know if we will, but we only have like 3 story achievements left to fit, in the game. Meaning probably we're gonna wrap it up. If not, we'll get really close tonight and go from there. But yeah, once that's wrapped up, then yes, we will be going back to Oblivion. We will be focusing on just the story to finish it and wrap up the playthrough so that we can focus on these other games for the rest of the month. Okay? All right. Tomorrow, Monday, we are going to swing back to Zelda for a main stream. 3 hours of Zelda. And now, yes, we are absolutely in the open world.
That's terrible.
We're going to start hitting up all the exploration. We're actually right at a tower, which is one of the map towers.
It's hard, dude.
Where it's going to open up a big part of the map of the game.
It was hard skipping through that, like, to find clips. Like, that's how boring it was. I could only imagine, like, just sitting there watching it, like, live, just, like, constantly. Holy fuck, dude. Yo, these dents are... I mean, they're dented, but they got some mental fortitude, man. Like, I don't know how they do this shit.
And we'll probably start exploring that portion and do that for a few hours and see how it pans out. Tomorrow night will be the return of Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster to the late stream.
It's crazy.
Which I'm excited for. We're about, from what I'm to understand, we're about halfway into the game. I thought we were, like, 2/3 in, but for people who've played it, like, nah, you're about halfway in. So we still got a ways to go in this one, but I'm enjoying it. It's chill, retro fun. Hope you'll join me for that. And now here's the deal: Tuesday is the day that you determine.
It sounds like you're
because right now Tuesday's mainstream is completely up in the air. I'd be okay playing more Jedi Survivor. I'd be okay playing more Zelda, or I'd be okay having Elden Ring return to a daytime stream. Okay, at this point, any of those I feel are perfectly viable options. So here's what we're gonna do tomorrow. On the Level 1 podcast in the morning, we're going to put up a poll. You guys are going to vote for 24 hours on what game you want to see as the main gameplay stream on Tuesday. And whatever wins the poll will be the game that we play at Tuesday's daytime stream.
Just give us 4 terrible choices.
Tuesday night will be more Oblivion, where hopefully we'll be wrapping up
Just give us 4 of the worst choices ever.
Main game. And that's the streaming week. I'm off on Wednesday. Next week, the main streams will be a focus on the new games. The late streams will be a focus on Final Fantasy and Oblivion and finishing Oblivion. Then we can take one of the daytime streams and start playing it as a night stream. Dumb, bro. You see? And then we can really start to focus a little more. Now, we do have a special event next week. Okay? On Sunday, May 21st, it is DSP's Fight and Feast. That is correct. It is a fighting game extravaganza here on DSP Gaming. All day long, we'll be celebrating the history of Street Fighter. I'll be going down memory lane, and you guys will be voting on the games that I will be playing in the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Keep in mind, there's 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, 3 versions of Street Fighter 3, and 3 versions of Street Fighter Alpha. You'll be able to vote on what you want to see. You'll also be able to vote on the character that I use in said game. Okay? So...
What?
It's going to be a very interactive event. I'm going to be playing those games on the highest difficulty against the AI and seeing if I can do challenge runs and complete them in a timely manner. In addition, there will also be tier maker events where I'm going to be ranking fighting games or the Street Fighter games against each other. Maybe I'll be ranking fighters. It'll be depending on what I can find on tier maker, of course. But that should be fun as well. at least 2 tier maker rankings will take place during the course of the day. In addition to that, my wife is going to be making
Yo, what's up,
recipes
Delta?
out of the Street Fighter cookbook, and we're going to try
Winchester.
several of these during the course of the day. What I'm going to do is read you the recipe, read you all the lore behind it, and actually do a live taste test with you to see how these recipes stack up, if they're really good food or not. Then, in addition to all of that, if you guys want, and I'm going to ask you as we get closer this weekend, would you like to see a fantasy battle royale? Because if you would, I'm going to set up a 30-man fantasy battle royale in WWE 2K. It's going to be all fighting game characters. So characters from Street Fighter against characters from Mortal Kombat against characters from Tekken. The 3 fighting game franchises that are...
Yo, Phil's the master of disguising, like... He's like... disguising, like, work as, like, something, like, people... like, his work as something that people have to pay for. It's like... if you think about it, it's like he's just pawning off all his decisions onto like his dents. So he's like absolutely do it. Like he's not even like, he doesn't even have to think about what to do. He literally just has to sit there and like put the square peg in the square hole like a monkey, and everything else just works out.
All getting new installments this year will face off in a fantasy battle royale. And it's going to be really fun. I'll do commentary over it. Usually you guys really like this event. It's only if you want it. We don't have to do it. I think we'd have more than enough to do. But if you want to see that as like the big finale of the event, we can do that.
Yeah,
okay?
You decide so I can blame you later. That's a good point, yeah. He likes to do that.
It seems like a lot of people are saying yes, they'd like to see that.
You guys did this.
In the chat, at least right now.
You picked this,
okay?
And now no one's supporting.
I have one other thing to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I got something special in store. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh.
I got something special in store.
It's alcohol.
For 1 week from today.
It's
the
alcohol.
Fight and Feast event. All right? So in
it's
1
alcohol.
week from today, I hope you'll be here. It'll be a fun marathon-style event. It'll certainly be exciting.
It's alcohol,
interesting
Phil.
and different. And this is a way to hype up the release of Street Fighter 6 in just a little, week and a half after that. All right? I hope you guys will get back into the fighting game mentality. You're going to want to see fighting games again here on DSP Gaming. So it's going to be exciting. I hope you guys will be there if you can. If not, of course, the whole thing will be on demand. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to split it up.
Bro,
Any
gameplay
portions will be here on this channel, including the challenge runs in the fighting games, as well as the fantasy battle royale. However, the tier makers, as well as the food videos, will be over on DSP React. So I'll separate the content, so there's content for both channels for the week. It'll be fun.
Okay.
Okay. So that's coming up on the 21st. Outside of that, the only other thing really going on this month I'm interested in, there is a new game called Lord of the Rings Gollum coming out on the 25th. But
yeah, he said he's switching it up from the whale tail to probably some tequila wheelie.
But dependent on how we're doing, and let's be honest, with 3 major games and 2 minor games I'm already playing, do I realistically think I'm going to be beating tons of these games by the end of the month and have time for another game before Street Fighter 6 comes out? Probably not. Much as I would like to say, listen, I love Lord of the Rings. I think Gollum is a great character. I would love to play a game based around the character. But I don't see how that's going to work right now when I'm so inundated with other stuff. I guess what we'll do is let's see. Let's see how it goes. Let's play it by ear. And by the end of the month, let's judge. We still got about another week and a half before we even get to that time frame. Okay? So let's see what happens. But, we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm not positive or hyped up that I'm going to be able to be playing Gollum as much as I think I would like it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, if anybody's gonna scam donos, it's definitely Phil, dude.
Okay. So that is the schedule 100%. For the rest of the month. Of course, next month is going to be superb with the release of Street Fighter 6 as well as Diablo 4 and.
Because if you question him, like, oh, you didn't crack the seal, on camera, he would go off on a tangent calling you like a piece of garbage and how dare you question me, say I'm a liar and shit. Like.
Many other things going on, but we'll talk about that as we get closer to it. All right?
Right, Phil?
All right, guys. We don't have any real game news today. I was looking into it. I didn't really see any news stories or anything going on today. So really nothing much to talk about there. I think instead what we will do is we'll begin with shout-outs. We'll start answering questions, do a little bit of interaction, Q&A, etc. and get that going. So on the YouTube side of things this morning,
yes.
Our first contribution came in from Matthew, and he says, it was a super chat, by the way. Thank you, Matthew. He says, Phil, I'm sorry I haven't really been around as of lately. I'm trying to avoid spoilers for Jedi Survivor. I agree the game is good but buggy. I mean, Matthew, I'll be honest with you. I haven't been playing Jedi Survivor that much. Like, this is the first time I'm playing it this week. This might be the only time I play it this week.
Matthew.
So, you know, staying away hasn't really stopped you from being spoiled. I'm not really playing it. Today's like the day to stay away. Okay? But anyway, I hear you. And I wish it wasn't buggy. Because overall, I think the game is good. And,
yeah, just leave.
Thank you for the super chat.
But
good to have you here. At least
make sure you tip on the way out.
JK20 has done 2 super chats. The first super chat, he says, "What's good, my boy? Philly cheese steak." Well, it is Mother's Day. It is a Sunday. It is a day full of gaming. I'm excited for today. You know, again, I'm hoping to keep my mind off of stuff in my real life. You know, with a fun stream here today. So hopefully it's a good one. That's what's going on with me today.
I hope Phil called his mom
already. And he did
already.
a second super chat. He says, "And you're looking pretty good today." That is ridiculous. How dare you compliment my looks? Everyone knows I look like a big, bloated, dead, floating body, or like a, you know, a swollen, like someone stung my face with bees.
That's more accurate, for sure. But they get banned if they said that.
Face it. I'm getting older. I'm not getting any better. I'm not looking any better. All right. All right.
Well, at least somebody said it.
Like, did you ever see
Thanks, Phil.
one of those zombie movies?
Hey, Phil.
And, you know, like a really old zombie walks out and you realize, wow, look at the amount of, you know, makeup or visual effects or CGI, whatever it is, they had to apply to that to make it look like it's a real zombie.
Okay,
they don't have to do that with me. I'm good. Just walk right out. Hey, everyone. Like, ah!
Dude, that's
okay.
That's my reaction every time I turn on your stream, Phil.
Anyway, so thank you for the super chats there, JK20.
Good thing you scheduled the call for later.
All right, let's get to tips. All right. So first of all, I actually received a tip earlier this morning, before the stream had started. Let's take a look at this tip. So this is a pretty unique one. First of all, it's a $25 anonymous tip. The person did not provide a name, so I want to say thank you to whoever this is. Because I don't know who it is. He didn't give me a name.
They don't want that smoke, though.
It's had me dancing out of the closet. Let's get you out of the leaderboard.
Yeah, you're smart. You don't want that
Let's
smoke.
see what they have to say.
You better not put that name. You better delete your social media, too, while you're at it.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you might as well just make a whole brand new account, not associated with anything else.
Here's their message in their $25 anonymous tip. Ready?
Okay.
I only watch your Deadly Premonition playthroughs. Thank you for doing them. Well, first of all, you're welcome. Second of all, interesting, because there's only 2 Deadly Premonition games. I've played both of them. One of them is a very old playthrough that I actually did pretty close to when I moved out here about 9 years ago. I remember it was on PlayStation 3.
What's the significance?
And everyone felt that it was a really, really bad
I need to go back and watch these
because it ran like crap. But it was a quirky game. It was absolutely weird, and the plot reminded me of like Twin Peaks combined with some other weirdo stuff.
There's a message here, dude. This guy's trying to tell us something.
The famous fishing scene and music came out of that game. You ready?
He's.
Remember that? That came out of that game. And that's a meme that's been running now in my content for almost a decade. Okay? So, a lot of fun with those games. And then, of course, the sequel came out a few years ago. Dude. Exclusively on the Switch. You're thinking, oh, if it's exclusively on the Switch, designed just for that console, you know it's going to be great. Yeah, that game was so bad. It ran so poorly.
He whistles that tune from time to time, you know. It's rare.
And what's sad about it is, it was quirky, fun, and interesting. And if it actually ran well, it probably would have been a good game. But the game performed like a piece of shit on that console to the point where half the time it was unplayable in the open world. It was just a laughable joke.
Toxic?
Funny part is I beat it. I was probably one of the few people who actually played the whole game.
Really?
So here's a weird thing that I'll...
Okay, so I guess it's not worth it. And the guy's just dented as fuck.
Bring up. Because a lot of people say, I don't get it. DSP, you know, is certainly not a popular guy anymore. And listen, I'm not going to dispute that fact. You know, on average, I get around 300 viewers on a stream, if that. Okay?
That's putting it lightly, Phil.
My gameplay videos don't get a lot of views. They
don't.
Little
lightly,
you know, average gameplay I'm doing is like 300 views. You know, a popular playthrough will do like maybe 1,000. You know, and I'm not hot shit. No one cares about me on Twitter. No one follows me. I post up. No one reads it. No one cares. You know, it's all right because I'm not making content for a large audience. I'm making content for a small curated audience.
Bro, when more people would literally want to make fun of you than support you, you got to look at your life, homie. Like,
Audience in the modern day, that audience appreciates the content I make specifically for them and supports it. That's why I'm still successful. But another reason why I'm successful, all right, is because I have made content for 15 years. And someone like this person, I don't know who they are.
The never-ending 15 years.
Goes back and is watching my old content, appreciates it, and says, oh, I love this content you've put out, even if it's only an incredibly small portion of my content. You know, they've watched 2 playthroughs in 15 years of content. And what do? They say, wow, those playthroughs were good. And they come and they support the stream.
Don't you know, like, bankruptcy
That's what it's all about, man. Seriously, and you guys don't understand. Like, I get residual views on old videos. They still bring in ad revenue. Every once in a while, someone who everyone's never heard of comes by and supports the stream. I have patrons who've been supporting me for like 7-8 years on Patreon. And you might be like, why are they still doing that? This is why.
Yo, what's up,
because I've been around so long that I have legacy supporters who love the content I've put out over the years, and they will just show up to support. And that's awesome, right? Unlike someone who's only making videos for the now. You know, I make a video and it only pertains to today. And once today's gone, no one cares about that video ever again, right? That's flash in the pan popularity. What I have is long-term viewership. People who can watch my content 10 years down the line and still enjoy it because it's a playthrough that stands the test of time, that will always be there. I played Deadly Premonition, 8 years ago? Something like that? 9 years ago? This person came and tipped me for it. That's amazing.
I still think this guy is full of shit, dude.
And that's kind of one of the plans I always had, was being a variety content creator.
That's not
and
a
doing
real
the kind
person,
of content
dude.
I do, is that it's going to stand out as opposed to someone who's doing daily vlogs. Those vlogs don't even appeal after that day that they're out.
Bro,
who cares about the vlog, right?
Nobody's watching it, dude.
Or someone who's doing drama videos, or someone who's, you know, that stuff, momentary popularity. But once that moment is gone, who cares? But I've been doing this for so long that people come all the time and say, wow, I love this classic playthrough, that classic playthrough. And I love that. I love that people can watch my old stuff.
Dude, I really wouldn't be surprised, dude, if Phil started, like, using socks himself to, like, give himself, like, little tips to encourage other people to tip. Classic gotcha technique. Damn, Phil, you are smart, dude. God damn, you're getting smarter by the day. Soon he's going to learn how to open doors.
And still enjoy it, you know. I know that I talk about this a lot, but YouTube Premium is a service that I think a lot of people sleep on and don't understand how much this would help. I want you to think about this. YouTube Premium, if everyone was using it and everyone got paid for every view they got on a YouTube channel, like with the views, even me, I don't even bring in 1 million views a month, but with the views I bring in, my ad revenue would like quadruple if everyone had YouTube Premium. And then it would be like, wow, all those residual views add up to support. The problem is, yeah, people don't use YouTube Premium. The old videos a lot of the times don't get ads.
Who's watching?
And a lot of people use ad blocker. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right, Phil.
The legacy stuff lives on. It was a long time ago, okay? I actually had this interesting conversation. Of all people, listen to this. The people from Channel Awesome, which used to be called That Guy with the Glasses when I was dealing with them, okay? This year was 2010. And I had an interesting conversation.
The year was 2010.
Ready?
Take me back, Phil. Take me back to 2010, dude.
So I got on a Skype call with Rob Walker. That's the brother of Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic. And at that time, I guess it was one of the people who was one of the CEOs, who I guess everyone hates. I think his name's Mike Michaud or whatever. I actually had a Skype call with these guys, because this is when they were going to recruit me to be part of That Guy with the Glasses in 2010. And I was going to be a major part of their gaming group called Blistered Thumbs at the time. It was basically, it was going to be Angry Joe and me. We're going to be the head of their gaming division. That was their plans, okay? So I sat down and I had a Skype call with these guys.
I'm hearing some nuggets of truth, okay?
Basically, here's what they said. They said, once you make about
but it's
5 years of content, all right, you're going to be good. Because once you make about 5 years of content, all right, essentially your content is now in syndication, meaning you have such a body of work out there that at any moment someone finds you today, even if particularly they're not liking what you're doing in the moment, they can go back and look at your body of work and find things they like. And that's going to always give you residual views and residual popularity and residual income, right? Now, definitely back then, it was more so, because back then, you know, we're talking 13 years ago, ad revenue was huge. And just getting residual views on videos could make you thousands and thousands of dollars. That is not the case today. You know, ad revenue on the internet has absolutely plummeted in the last 7 years, I would say.
Hey, tell,
you know, all
tell
started
us
with
something.
the adpocalypse in 2017.
Okay, yeah, sure,
and
sure.
it really just has kind of with the amount of competition out there.
Something we don't know.
These advertisers realizing that the ads aren't as effective, basically goes boo, right? But that being said,
shout out.
there is something to be said that if you have a large body of work, you still get your name out there. Even with all the slander and nonsense against me on the internet on a daily basis, people can still go back and find fun content from my past, watch it, enjoy it,
and
then appreciate it and support in some way. And there's so many ways. You know, like I said, there's people who are patrons of mine. I haven't spoken with them in years, but they used to be frequenters of my content, and they still stay patrons because they like my content. They watch it on demand. They never attend the stream.
What the fuck is this rant,
Someone
dude?
like this, who watched the Deadly Premonition playthroughs, loved them. I'm just going to drop Phil a random tip because I enjoyed the playthrough so much. That's what it's all about. And when you hear idiots out there say, oh,
Bro,
the only reason Phil's successful is because he has like 2 supporters. No.
You're not
the reason
successful.
I'm successful is because I've worked my ass off for 15 years. So even though I'm not...
You worked your ass off, what, to declare bankruptcy? You worked your ass off to waste all your money on gambling? You know, is that what you mean? You're literally, like, just complete garbage.
Popular today,
complete trash,
because the work I put in years prior, dude. I'm
Liar.
still able to do what I love and make a living doing it. Do you understand? You get it? It was called work ethic, and the work ethic pays off over time.
Wow.
That's why I'm still here today. All right. So anyway, it's pretty awesome. I enjoy that. Thank you so much, whoever that was, because again, I don't know who that is. Thank you so very much for a very, very generous tip. That is very, very nice.
Bill, you're here for now, dude. You're already being swept off the internet, you know. Starts with Twitch and Streamlabs and Teespring, you know, and the others will follow. Don't worry. It just takes time, Phil. Don't worry.
Nice of you, and I really appreciate it. Continuing on. Actually, JK did a 3rd super chat and said, Happy Mama's Day, Philly boy. How's the wife and family? Everyone's
Did he get
good.
banned on Teespring?
Everyone's good. We're staying cool. I wouldn't be surprised if my wife is turning on the air conditioners right now.
Didn't he get banned off of
merch? Again, high 80s
what merch,
or low 90s.
What merch thing did he get banned on?
But outside of that, we're chill.
I thought it was Teespring.
Should be a good day. Okay. Continuing on. I received a $2 tip.
Yeah, he staged that rant for sure. Or just sees the opportunity.
Hotel Dude has tipped $2 and says, my turn to try to contribute and get the vest streak going. We'll talk about that in a second since he brought it up. Could I get a shout out for Jonas, a real Copenhagen star?
It's working.
No idea what that means, but okay, shout out to Jonas.
Phil, it's
Cheers
working.
From Denmark, and you could call me Hotel Dude. All right, Hotel Dude.
The pignosis is working, dude.
Now, if you're wondering what he's talking about when he said vest streak, okay, many of you may have no clue. So, 3 years ago,
it's real,
we were doing a special retrospective marathon as an event here on DSP Gaming. We were going down memory lane. In fact, this might have been my last retrospective event.
Oh, here we go. Are you ready for another
rant? We were going down
guys?
memory lane. We were watching old videos. We were having a good time.
You ready?
And we just so happened to be watching a random like channel update vlog that I had done maybe like 10 years prior. Okay. And in the vlog, I happened to be wearing a vest.
Old rants.
A beige vest. And everyone's like, do you have that? It's like a puffy jacket style vest. It's like, do you still have that? Because we've never seen you wear that in any kind of recent time frame. You know, and I was like, well, you know what it is I moved out to Washington. When I move out here, all the weather out here is different. I don't really wear that kind of clothing anymore. If I go out, I'll wear, like, I have a leather jacket. I wear my leather jacket out or whatever if it's colder in the winter or fall. But outside of that, I wouldn't really be wearing
leather?
That kind of like
jacket,
puffy vest anymore. That was like more Connecticut style clothing from where I came from. I said, I don't know if I have it, honestly. Let me go look.
Phil
So I
probably tries to
go
look like a biker,
and
dude.
I go downstairs, all right, and I go into
probably
my
wants to be a
closet
biker.
downstairs.
Phil wishes he was a biker, I think. Like badass, you know.
And lo and
Just
behold, I come out of the closet,
opposite.
and there it is. And
The
it looks
opposite of
brand new. It's like
of what he is.
unworn, right? And people are like, "Holy crap, you still have it? That's the one from over a decade ago. You have it?" I was like, "Yeah, look, it's brand new. It didn't even, it didn't fall apart. It's really good quality, right?"
Oh, it was Teespring.
And people are like, "Well, why don't you wear it?" I was like, "Well, I'm not going to wear it indoors. That's stupid. I don't need to wear a jacket indoors." So what we came up with the idea was that since I'm now an interactive live streamer, right? If I raise a certain amount of funds, support in this particular stream, I'll put on a vest. And so we started this practice. If I raise $100 on any particular stream, I'll put on a vest.
And then you jacked the
somehow,
price.
and I don't know how, this idea took off. Ladies and gentlemen,
jacked up the price to $150.
we hit an unprecedented vest streak. How many was it? I don't even know how many it was, but it lasted like 3 months. It was like, I want to say it was like March or April, and it lasted through like July. I'm completely wrong probably with the timing, but it was about...
Most definitely. We built this hat, Phil. We built this hat together.
It was, people are saying 270, 250. It was something like 250, 260, 270 straight streams. I do 2 streams a day, right? So you're talking, it was like a 3 to 4 month streak where every single stream I was raising $100 in tips. It was superb, tremendous, right? It helped a lot because at that point I was going through a bankruptcy, all right? I had no money. All my money was going to bills and lawyers and all kinds of shit. And basically, if that hadn't happened, I would have been way hard up. And it was really helpful at that time in my life to have that support. And so it was called the Vest Streak. We actually had a thing at the bottom of the screen that said Vest Streak. It was called the Vest Streak. Every stream, when we hit the Vest goal, another number added to the streak, right? But I'll be honest with everyone, because you guys
played into that shit, dude.
It kind of got annoying. And here's why it got annoying. Of course, not because I was being supported. That was amazing. The level of support I was receiving was outstanding, tremendous, over-the-top positive, okay? But basically what happened was people started coming to the streams, and let's be honest, it was trolls. It was people who pretended like they were fans, but they were here to derail my content. And they would come to the streams, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's still going to hit the vest goal? Oh, the goal. Is he hitting the goal? What vest is he going to wear? Will there be a vest today? The vest. And basically the whole chat would end up being, vest. And it's like...
It's already back there, Phil. Look at your chat today. It's Jinx, Jinx, Jinx. Where's Jinx? Jinx isn't here. Where's Jinx? Where's the Vest Streak? Vest Streak. It's literally exactly the same right now.
What the fuck, dude? Right?
It hasn't changed at all, Phil. It never changes.
Absolutely, positively bullshit. And I don't want my whole stream to be about that. I don't want everyone on a stream
to
be talking constantly about income, to be talking about support levels, all right? If someone's going to mention it, it should be me. I'm the one running the business. I'm the one running everything. So if I feel the need to do a plug and say, "Hey guys, if you want to support the stream, please do this," that's on me. That's not on the viewer. But what happened was we had people, we had dozens of people coming in a day with sock accounts and everything. And the vest streak, the vest. And it got annoying. Even my viewers who were here for gameplay were like, "Dude."
Yeah, he knows it's over, dude. It's over. Vest streak is over. That's why he's saying this shit, dude. Because he doesn't want to be like... He doesn't want people to like...
This is too annoying now. Like, this vest streak is kind of like a double-edged sword. It's a blessing because you're getting all this support, but the quality's dropping because it's just annoying to hear these idiots talking about it constantly. We don't want to hear that. So eventually the vest streak ended. And after that, things tapered off. I still get great support, all right? But it's not a regular thing that we're hitting goals. Now, by the way, since then, we've even instituted different changes. I left Twitch. I lost a lot of income when I left Twitch. I came over here to YouTube, and we actually adjusted the goals. Now we have 3 tiers of goals: a $50 goal, a $100 goal, and a $150 goal. It's gunner glasses at 50, a hat of your choice at 100, and a vest of your choice at 150. Okay? So things are different now, years later. But very rarely are we hitting these goals. And quite frankly,
pity me, guys.
I'm not harping on it. Overall, in a day, I do really well for a streamer of my size. I mean, ridiculous. I have some of the most supportive viewers on this planet, and I know that. I'm incredibly
No, you
grateful
don't.
for it, okay?
No, you don't.
So I'm not going to sit here and harp on it every day, you know. But
What you do? You harp on
for the
it
most
every
part,
day, Phil.
things are good. But then this week, all of a
You
sudden,
want tips.
we started hitting the goals every stream. And I'll be honest, it's a combination of regulars coming and doing their regular support combined with someone named Jinx, who just started showing up and contributing not only with tips, but also gifting memberships to the channel. And I'll be honest, I don't know who Jinx is. Jinx says that there's someone who's a longtime supporter. They said, I've been watching you since way back in the day. I appreciate all the content you put out, and now I can support your channel. Okay? And listen, I really appreciate that. However, I know someone like this, they're not going to last forever. They're not going to be here on every stream. They're not going to support every stream. But literally, 6 streams in a row, we have hit the goals. All the goals. The gunner glasses, the hat, and the vest. So that's tremendous. And that has not happened. I don't think we've had a 6 stream streak like that. We haven't had that since, I can't even remember. The vest, I don't think it was the vest streak, because I think we have had 6 days in a row where we hit goals. But it's like very rare. Even during the biggest releases, you know, Resident Evil 4 earlier this year. Last year, even Elden Ring, I don't think we were hitting 6 straight days where we were hitting all the goals like that. So this is unprecedented, except for the vest streak 3 years ago, you see? So that's why people are saying, oh, it's the vest streak. The vest streak is back.
It's the same
Here's the thing.
person.
I don't want to make my content about that ever again. I learned from my mistake 3 years ago how it became all about talking about the vest streak and the support and the vest streak. I don't want it to be like that anymore, all right? That's why I'm not going to put vest streak down here on the leaderboard, and we're going to start counting. We're not going to do that. You guys want to count it. I'm not going to stop you. But I'm not going to sit here and make every single stream about the vest, the vest, the vest. Can we hit the vest goal, the vest? We're not doing that.
What does he mean? We're not going to count it? He literally keeps saying, we hit it 6 times. We're on a 6th streak. This is a unprecedented 6th vest streak. You're counting. You keep saying 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. You're counting.
Okay? So I'm just going to forewarn everyone.
You're counting, Phil.
If people sit around and start doing this and start making it all about that and essentially derail the streams and make it that we can't concentrate on the gameplay and have good talk anymore, and instead it's about vest, you're not going to be here. You're going to be gone. Just like everyone else causing drama, just like everyone else who derails my streams, it's not allowed. Because that's what it is. That's exactly what it's called, derailing. That's what it was 3 years ago. People coming to the streams, they didn't care what game I was playing. They didn't care what we were talking about. They literally came in here to talk about money to make it look like that's all I care about, when that's not the case. I'm putting out meaningful content for my audience first. And if I get
what can I say, dude?
Support or make a living doing it, you know, that goes hand in hand with putting out good content people like. But that's kind of the icing on the cake. Primary, you know, focus, the number one thing I'm you know, focused on.
How do I even like respond to that?
Making good content for you. All right. So it's been amazing this week so far. 6 straight streams of hitting all of our goals. Both, by the way, tips goals and membership goals, because we've exceeded member goals every day too. That's why we're 100 members more than we were just 3 days ago. You see?
You're lying.
So this has been outstanding.
Phil.
Can we keep it up? I have no idea. Am I going to freak out if we don't? No. It's not a big deal if we don't. Support comes and goes. Things get good. Things get slow. It's all good. It all evens out in the end, and it's all a good time. As long as we're having a good time together, that's all that matters, man. So I'm not going to make it all about that. Understand that. And I don't want to see people sitting in the chat constantly talking about Jinx, because he's been a supporter for 3 days, and talking shit. And where is he? What's going on with Jinx? Fuck off.
Where's Jinx?
It's none of your business. Why are you stalking Jinx? Right? Fuck you.
It's
their
business.
And leave them alone.
They can do whatever they want.
If I see it, you're gone. Okay. Let's continue.
You should be banned off the
Ladies and
earth.
gentlemen, I received a generous tip. See who this is from.
There we go. Look at that. Maybe it's Jinx. Maybe it's Jinx, Phil.
Wow. A $75 tip.
Wow. There we go.
$75 just came in, ladies and gentlemen.
Jinx?
Wow.
Is it Jinx?
Let's go ahead and get it. What animation would that be? I guess that would be the $50 animation. Yes.
Phil, who's it from? Why didn't he say who it was from?
So let's get the gunner glasses on.
He didn't say who it was from. Phil, who tipped you? Who is it? You never said.
Here we go.
Are you gonna put the name on the leaderboard, or what? What's the name of the tipper? He didn't say it was Jinx. He didn't say anything. Phil, who tipped? I can't see. Did he write it?
There we go.
No, he didn't put it yet.
So, a $75 tip has come in,
okay.
and it is from the same person who tipped the $25. He says, this is the same person who sent the Deadly Premonition donation. Your playthrough of the first game is super entertaining, and it got me out of some bad times, so this is the least that I can do.
Anonymous. Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying, guys? Thank you again, whoever this is, because I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
They very likely maybe have never been on a stream. But they're watching now, and they see, what I had to say. And thank you so very much. That is super duper appreciated. With that $75, we have now hit the hat goal.
You are... He knows it is. He won't entertain it.
You guys can vote on a hat.
He won't entertain it because he doesn't want that smoke.
Thank you very, very much again. I should call him Phil? The Deadly Premonition Appreciator.
You're scared. You're scared, Phil.
For the very generous tip. And now we're going to do a hat goal. Now, here's the fun thing about this, okay? We have now worn so many hats that we kind of have to redo the rotation because I've worn almost all of them in the last week, okay? So... which hat is Star Wars best?
Which
Okay, let's think about hats that maybe I did wear recently, but now we kind of want to hit the reset button on them.
Hit that reset.
So some people asked about the King's Crown. The King's Crown is not a great hat to wear because it doesn't really sit on my head and it deflates. So sadly, that King's Crown is not really viable. Only if we're in a rush, we're at the end of a stream, and I can wear it for 25 minutes or something. Before a stream, I'm going to wear it the whole time. The King's Crown doesn't really work. Same thing with the fishing hat. Like the fishing hat, it's not very comfortable. I'd much rather wear that during the summer months if we're doing something around then. So
this is what I mean, yo. This is the dictator, yo. He makes you think that you're picking, but he's picking. He's always picking. He gets to decide exactly what he wants to wear, because he pretty much knows what they're going to vote for, if he puts certain ones in the poll. So unless he had like a giant poll that contained like every hat, like, dude, it's just like bullshit.
That's not going to be eligible for now.
It's just another way.
So let's see, what hats have I not worn recently? I didn't wear the Deadpool hat. I didn't wear the beanie, which you could either Punisher or
dude,
Daredevil.
Why can he not stop talking? It's just another way for him to scam people. And why do I not have 2 seconds to say a word, Phil? Ever? Why are you just continuously fucking blabbing your fucking mouth?
Well, you get Pikachu hat on there because I haven't worn the Pikachu hat in a while. And,
why? Can you just stop talking?
I guess also we could do the pilot military hat, which I haven't worn in a while.
Can you just stop? 1, 2,
there you go.
3. Oh, we got 2.5 seconds there.
So please vote on those hats. Let's see what people want for the rest of today. Okay.
Let's see how.
So Wolf's Paradox did a super chat.
Let's see how long you can pause for.
Just so you know, first of all, I appreciate it. It's a $20 super chat. I'm gonna cut out half of it because half of it is bullshit. The other half I've already addressed, but it just might be that now it's been about 2 months and people don't realize. So I will answer what you're saying.
Get fucking scammed, dude. I hope you charge that back, homie. Because you're about to get scammed.
Basically, what Wolf's Paradox is saying is that he's seeing a lot of positivity on the internet around people who, recently had a lot of negativity associated with them. Correct?
Don't know scammer.
And he says, do you think that I would have benefited from something like that if during the interview with Side Scrollers I had shown screenshots to Craig of the mobile game? All right. So here's the thing. I've already addressed this. This has already been explained, but no one listens to my answers. All right. No one wants to hear the answers. All right.
$20, dude.
I'm on this podcast with Side Scrollers.
$20,
all right.
Man.
And Craig's like, if you're innocent of all these claims of spending money on mobile games, which is ludicrous, that there's even a claim against me and anyone gives a fuck about it, because it has nothing to do with me or my content at all. It's the most ludicrous bullshit from outside the streams that has nothing to do with anyone's business or anything. It's false.
No, it has everything to do with this because that's what you're begging for. You're addicted to gambling. You're addicted to this game. And you're begging everybody on stream for money so you can put it into this game. So it has everything to do with your stream, and everybody has a right to know about it because that's what you're using all the money for. That's what all the money goes to, Phil. So we have a right to know.
But it's still bullshit anyway. It shouldn't affect anyone's judgment or anything.
And we do know. And we do know. That's why we keep track, Phil.
It's nonsense. It's fucking bullshit. Okay? And it pisses me off that we have to talk about it because it's fucking nonsense.
And the only time anybody gets this mad is when they're lying, by the way.
It's so stupid. But anyway, since this is what they wanted to harp on in the interview, out of all the things to talk about, this is what they harped on in the interview.
Get wrecked.
Right?
Get wrecked, son.
During the interview, the host of the interview, Craig, said, "Can you just send me a screenshot of the game, right, to prove your innocence?" And what did I say? I said, I would probably consider and be willing to do it, but I'm not going to do it live on the show. All right? Now, why didn't I do it live on the show? It's very simple. Because it wouldn't have proved anything. All right? These accounts, these mobile game accounts, even though they're not supposed to be transferable, are. There's a whole market for them online. Right now, you can go online and search WWE Champions account, and you can buy one right now, even though you're not supposed to be able to. You could buy it from someone, and you own that account, and it's a transfer of the account. You understand?
Your excuse is...
if I had just taken a screenshot and sent them a screenshot of my real account, it literally would have proven nothing. They would, oh, you see,
Why?
So that's easily bullshit. It's easily doctored because he bought someone else's account or whatever. The real way to prove...
No, the reason you didn't send it is because it is the account. We have the account. We know what it is. And everybody knows the name. So if you sent it, it would just confirm everything. That's why you couldn't. That's why you couldn't prove it. Imagine if Phil had proof. Imagine if Phil had proof that he was innocent. Imagine that. Do you think he would hide it away? Or do you think he would want to prove his innocence? Right? Why would he hide it? You know, if it's true. Or if it's, you know, proves him right. It makes no sense because you're fucking lying, dude. You're lying.
Your innocence in a case like this needs to actually show all the corroborating evidence. Okay? So what does that mean? It means I would have had to show my account,
exactly,
all the information tied to
he would
account.
immediately,
now I have
immediately,
a phone, so I could show things. For example, there's on iPhones there's something called Game Center. And I could have shown that on Game Center, there's an account associated with Game Center, and that's, you know what I'm saying? That's the account that I'm using. It's not the account I'm accused of using and all that.
Wait,
in addition,
okay,
I could have showed all the other games that I've ever played on Game Center, and I was going to actually show other games that I play currently to show all my information, that it's all real. It's all the same name and everything associated with all those accounts. That that's my account. That's what I really use.
Wait, what do you,
so the only way to prove innocence isn't just do a quick screenshot and show it on a podcast. It wouldn't have never worked. It would have immediately been debunked. Oh, that's a fake account. He sold it. But if I can show all the corroborating evidence, right? Here's the account. Here's how it ties to this ID. Here's other accounts in that name for corroboration. Here's your body of evidence to prove what I'm saying is true. Then it would have been fine. And I already explained this. I'm getting asked again 2 months later. People already forgot my answers.
What?
Immediately after that show ended.
Yeah, because what you're saying doesn't make sense. You're just like fucking talking fast, saying shit, hoping that people believe you. Like, what did you even just say? Like, I don't even know.
I actually did all this. I made to all the screenshots, proved all of it, had all of it there. Okay.
Yeah, someone gave him $20 to ask him this question. They probably gave him 20 because they really wanted him to answer it, I guess. But I guess he's only talking about like a small portion of what the guy said.
All the evidence showing this is my real account. It ties to this ID, to this this account, and here's other accounts in other games. That's the same ID. You can show it's the one I've been using for years and years. I had all of this ready to go, and I emailed Craig and I said, "Are you ready? Because I want to make sure you're actively looking at your email account. I want to send this to you so you can look at it, but I can't have you staring at it or have a chance that someone else will get it. You got to delete it. This is my personal information. This is tied to things like my Apple account. And if this gets out, they're going to ruin it all for me. They're going to ruin all my accounts. They're going to fuck it all up because they've done shit like that before." So I sent him the email.
Why would anybody else get it? It's his email. He's like, make sure nobody else Gets it from his email? Like, what do you mean?
He ignores it. He completely ignored the email.
Oh, because it was all lies. It was all lies. You sent him a bunch of bullshit, and he immediately saw right through it. So he ignored it. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I would ignore it too, Phil. It's a bunch of bull. If it's what you just said, it's bullshit. It's all lies.
Only for me to get an email the next day saying, yeah, we slammed you all this morning on our podcast because we don't believe you. And it's like, so essentially he didn't care. Yeah. He never believed me. He wasn't going to believe me. You understand? Like, they already had preconceived notions in their heads of what the deal was based on watching 2 weeks of detractor content, right? There was absolutely no chance they were going to believe anything I said. If I sent them the screenshot, oh, well, he bought someone else's account. That's not evidence of anything. When I actually said, give me a few minutes after the show, let me take a half an hour to show all the evidence, create the packet of evidence you need to show my real stuff. And I said, I want to send it to you. Are you ready? He ignored me. And then the next day said, don't bother sending it. I don't want it. We already slammed you on our show. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, dude, Jasper really fucked you, honestly. I mean, when Jasper showed us your phone, I mean, that's all we needed. I mean, we saw it right there, you know? It was open. You know, you could see what it was. We know you're playing. You admitted you're still playing, Phil. Just show us the account. Just show us, like, hold your phone up, open the app on your phone, and hold it up to the camera. All in one motion, right? All in one frame. No cuts, no bullshit. Show us the app, Phil. We just want to see it.
There you go. But of course, I'm supposed to believe that they were so objective, and the interview appeared objective. After the fact, their behavior proves it wasn't. It proves the whole thing was a setup. They watched 2 weeks of detractor content. They never watched a single one of my answers. They never asked a single one of my fans who likes my content, what do you like about Phil? What's a positive spin on this? All they wanted to do was sit there and watch dumb shit from fucking It's a Gundam and other idiots who all they do is regurgitate the same fucking memes every day. And they all took it all at face value as being true. And because I couldn't immediately provide them with evidence of innocence, that's it, he's lying. So fuck it. And that's what I said. I'm done with this. Well, I'm not ever going to waste time doing interviews and shit like this ever again because I don't believe there's a single person on the internet who will give me a fair shake. They're all in it for their own agendas. They're all in it to get over. Because take a look at how they got over for the next 2 weeks. It was constant. Let's talk about Phil. Here's a related topic similar to Phil. I mean, shit, they just interviewed Boogie. Do you think they would have fucking interviewed Boogie if they didn't have me on the show first? It's a no-brainer. So now this is an ongoing stream of benefits that they're going to have because they had me on the show. So it was pretty... Now it's pretty clear-cut what was going on. Back then it wasn't. I actually thought I could trust Craig, but sadly... the thing was done in a way that there was no way they were ever going to believe me to begin with. How else can you explain that I literally said to him right after the show, dude, I have all the evidence for you. I'd like to send this to you, but I just want to be sure you're at your email. Can you take it? And he ignored me for a day, only so he could do a negative show about me the next day, profit from my haters, and then email me later, oh, by the way, yeah, we don't believe you. Too bad.
Bro.
So, fuck that. Fuck all that nonsense. And, but again, this is not anything I've already said. I've already said it, but now it's 2 months later. So I guess every couple of months I have to reiterate the exact same thing I said 2 months ago because people didn't listen the first time.
Well, that's what you do. That's literally what you do with everything. You say it again the next month. Yeah, he's injecting the cope today. Jesus.
I don't know what else to say. All right, it really is.
He's mainlining that shit today.
So
how's that feel? How's that feel?
There you go. Okay. And that's that. Like I said, I'm done with that. I'm absolutely not gonna be bothering with that nonsense ever again. I don't see a reason to address it. As you know, in 2 months, we're done talking about it. Shit. And has anything horrible happened in the last 2 months? It has nothing to do with my streams. It has nothing to do with my content. It has nothing to do with the quality of stuff I put out for my viewership on the internet, and they don't care about it. So that's why I don't want to bring it up. So I'm okay bringing it up now just to reiterate what I've already said. But outside of that, there's no point in ever talking about it ever again. Okay? Okay,
the story changes because there's like...
Grog, what's going on?
He can't keep
Good
his,
to see you here
he
this
can't keep
morning.
his
Grog
live,
has done a super chat. Says, Phil, I'm loving your Final Fantasy V playthrough. Always glad to see you.
Yeah, he can't keep his live straight. That's why it changes slightly every time he tells it.
Doing what you love. Take care. Thank you. And Grog, like, seriously, that's exactly what that playthrough is. That's a love letter to the games I grew up playing in the 1990s. You know what I'm saying? Like the classic turn-based RPGs. Really, really enjoying that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? I love that. Even though it's not for my main audience. I know when I play Final Fantasy V, I'm not getting tons of people on the streams. I'm not getting a ridiculous amount of support. But I'm having a ton of fun with that playthrough. So, okay. And then Wolf's Paradox did a follow-up super chat. Thank you, Grog, by the way, for the super chat. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Wolf's Paradox did a super chat. I'm not trying to bring up any drama for drama's sake. I'm trying to figure out ways that you can maybe get less hate. It's never going to happen. Wolf's Paradox, here's the thing. We've now realized,
I agree, Phil.
right?
I agree
Even
with you.
people on the internet who normally would be fair have now realized it benefits us more to hate Phil than to not, because it is such a mob mentality of hate against me. If you were to say, I don't hate Phil, maybe we should give him a fair shake, you'll actually get shit on the internet. So people are not going to do that. They're going to ride the wave of negative memes to benefit for personal gain. Right?
Phil, I try, dude. I really do. Like, I feel like I give Phil more leeway than most people, you know? But, you know, it never works because you just keep doing the same fucking shit over and over again, dude.
That's exactly what they're going to do. And my haters will always support that too. Anyone who shits on me, they're going to go support, right? So, of course, people are going to do it. It's immediate personal gain. And people can't resist it. People are greedy. People are selfish. People don't want to give someone a fair shake. People don't want to see two sides of an issue at all.
No, it's not about that,
They just want to see what benefits me today.
Not.
Let's do it. Let's crap on someone and get that money. So, that's it. I don't think it's ever going to...
It's not about that, Phil. Like, I was just hate watching you, you know? I was just a hate watcher. And then I just started, like, talking about you, you know? It wasn't for the money like you, Phil. Come on.
It's going to change. It's going to be me continuing to put out meaningful content to my audience. All right? And that's all I care about. I don't care about any of this other white noise on the outside or how many morons try to pull me into their bullshit. I'm not going to fucking fall for that nonsense. I'm just going to be here and enjoy the content that I do with my audience every day. All right? I don't care about everyone else's opinion. They could all go to hell. Okay.
We're here, Phil. We're already here. We're in hell right now. We've arrived. Eighth level.
NDO 103 has just tipped me $50. NDO, thank you so very much. And with that tip, it is official. We have hit our full tips goal for the day. Or for the stream, I should say. Ladies and gentlemen, which means we will have a vest. Which means, yes, the streak does continue. And by the way, Jinx isn't even here today. So there you have it. Jinx, at least as of yet, Jinx is not even on the stream. And we have already hit.
So you're not even gonna, what about the anonymous? You don't think maybe that the same person just decided to, or maybe they hit you up. Maybe they just, you know, sent you an email or a text and they were like, yo, you know, maybe we should just do anonymous from now on, you know? And you were like, okay, I can do that for you, buddy.
Our vest goal for today. So thank you very much to those who are supporting. I really appreciate that. Is the vest streak back? Again, it's not all about that. I'm not going to put it on the leaderboard, but thank you guys for supporting in the way you are. It is absolutely amazing. Okay, so yes, we will have a poll for a vest shortly. I received, let's see here. How much is this?
Yeah. I'm sure they've been coordinating together, you know.
I don't even care. Someone tipped $1 and says, are you aware that people post emojis to make fun of you? I don't care. If they have to do these really stupid, like, behind the scenes
Oh,
like
I want to see
inside
those
joke detractor emote memes. I don't care. I mean, if anything, that should be a red badge of like a scarlet letter that they're wearing on their fucking selves. How stupid they are.
I want to see
right?
horses. I want to see some horses.
We have a secret emote that we all use in Phil's chat, and the secret emote is actually a way to hate on Phil, but only the detractors understand it because it's only from a detractor circle. So if you want to prove that you're an idiot, you use that emote, I guess, right? Like,
nice
I don't even know what else to say.
Dude. Nice
really,
reverse psychology.
Like, go ahead. I don't
you're
care.
Smart,
I mean, I'm not going to recognize it. No one sees it unless you're in the chat.
Smart.
No one sees it, right? So why the fuck do I care about it? Who gives a shit?
Phil, you're super smart, Phil, but you're like the worst liar that I have ever seen in my entire life. Literally the worst liar. Bro, the lies, when they come out of his mouth, it just sounds like, listen to this. I don't care. I really don't care. Oh, that you're an idiot. Okay, you don't care, Phil. Really, you don't care.
You can't make this stuff up.
You can't.
I
make
received
this shit up,
a $10 tip from Jay Nicholson.
Phil.
In your opinion, is it worth buying Jedi Survivor now after these patches? Phil, remember you're my #1 guy, so it's supposed to be Jack Nicholson playing the Joker.
I get it.
Remember,
I get it. Yeah.
You're my #1. And actually, wasn't
that's,
it?
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
it
from
Jack Palance who played the gangster before him, if I remember correctly?
That's the Michael Keaton version.
Anyway,
right? Yeah,
that's
the Michael
Tim
Keaton
Burton
version.
Original Batman movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah. That's like one of my
we're
favorite.
At
that's like my favorite Batman.
1006.
Probably.
All right, and
yeah, that's my favorite Batman.
I don't think the game has improved at all, has it? Like, let's be honest here. Did any of those patches improve the gameplay experience? Did anyone even notice any change? I didn't. Like, you would think, oh, it's supposed to improve performance or whatever. I didn't notice any change. It looks exactly the same to me. So I don't think that the patches did anything. Quite frankly, we're still having game bugs and crashes. We're still having enemies vanish into thin air. We're still having really disgusting, distorted, contorted death animations, right? So no, I don't think that any of that is improving anything, quite frankly. So, no, I mean, is it worth buying? Well, depends on your version. I've heard PS5 version is the best. I've heard PC version is the worst. You see the version I'm playing and how it performs. I mean, if you're okay with a game that has a good story, right? Good world design, interesting puzzles, and interesting combat, but it's played with bad graphics and game bugs, I mean, yeah, then get it. But it's really hard for me to say it's a must-buy. I don't think it is. I think that actually the shortcomings of a game that should be AAA but feels more like a B-movie game because of all its joking issues, you know? It's like I said, it's a comedy of errors. The game's good, then all of a sudden something funny, something stupid happens funny, like you laugh. Okay, but then it happens again, you're like, oh, what? And it happens again, you're like, what the fuck? How did they fuck this up so bad? Right? Anyway. There you go. So your ability to judge Mr. Nicholson for yourself, but you know, it ain't a polished experience, that's for sure. I received another $1.
Phil, you're my level 1 guy. Phil, you're my level 1 guy.
And this is just nonsense. So I'm just gonna ignore it. It's just a troll. I'm just gonna ignore it. Retro did a $20 super chat. Thank you, Retro. Says, I don't hate you, Phil. Well, thank you, Retro. I'm glad you don't hate me. I don't know why you felt the need to say that. I didn't think that you hated me.
I hate you, Phil.
But thank you for the
super chat. I do hate
chat.
you, Phil. I really do.
I appreciate that very much.
I hate all that you choose to be.
Okay. All right, guys. We're about to wrap up the podcast. So, by the way, the military hat / pilot hat has one. Yeah, I call it the M. Bison hat, but we haven't played Street Fighter in a long time. It's hard to associate it with M. Bison when Bison's not around. And I don't think Bison's in Street Fighter 6, although there's a lot of speculation that the character JP may be M. Bison in another body, or maybe have some relation to M. Bison or Shadowloo in general. But anyway, let's do a poll for the vest. And I'll toss the hat on for the end of the show here.
When does the War Crime hat...
Jedi best.
Not win.
So at this point, what vests have we not worn? We've worn almost all of them. We definitely have not worn the camo vest, okay? We did not wear the blue vest. Those are the two we have not worn, correct? We wore gray, beige. Oh, we didn't wear the red vest, did we? I guess I don't remember wearing the red vest. So we'll say red.
Which vest is eBay
I don't remember
best?
wearing the red. And we just wore platinum, we just wore gold, we just wore denim, we just wore the McFly vest, and we just wore beige. But what was the sixth vest that oh, gray. So there's the 6 we just wore. All right, so the other one would be Pokemon. The Pokemon vest. So camo, blue, red, or Pokemon vest. Keep in mind, whatever I'm wearing is going to go with the military hat, which I'll grab. That together, we can have fun. As long as we stay positive, we can overcome anything together. I firmly believe, at this point in my life, all right, that no matter what comes my way, that we can work together to overcome it. All right? That being said, it's time for something new. Oh, okay.
Oh, Phil. Nice
So
hat,
by the
Phil.
way, time to ban some idiots
Yeah, Phil.
who want to say fucked up stuff, like this moron right here.
Oh, get rid of him. Slay those trolls, Phil. Slay those trolls.
So please vote. And thank you. Last chance. Does anyone have a last question or anything you'd like to say before we begin with Star Wars today? Last chance to get your question in and get it addressed.
But that members count keeps growing, so I got to put it on a vest.
Expand Dog says, I don't think it's fair to criticize Jedi's pacing. You're spending 4 to 5 hours of your 15 hours fighting 2 optional frogs. Wrong. That's not true.
Got him.
I spent
yes,
2
what do you
hours of the
mean?
double frog fight, and I spent about 1
true.
hour to 90 minutes on the single frog
Oh, it's
fight.
damn
So if
true.
you want to argue 3.5 hours, you'd still say the first planet is about 12 hours long instead of 15. Still too long. Still ridiculously slow pacing. Definitely what should have happened is you go to the first planet, you do a little bit of exploration, get to the town. The town has 1 or 2 missions, a little bit of exploration. You're out of there within 8 hours. Now you're off to the first planet. Instead, they draw it out and they have all this optional shit there. They're like, well, I want to do it, but I can't do it because I don't have the abilities. It just makes it feel very weird. Like that should have been the first next planet you go to. You understand what I'm saying? I'm calling my mother after the stream, actually. I call my mother between the streams. See how she's doing.
I'll see how the game.
I hope she got
I'll see how
I
the
sent
game
her
looks.
a Mother's Day card over a week ago. Because mail is so bad in the United States right now that sometimes you mail something and it can take 3 weeks to get there. But I mailed her a card like 2 weeks ago. I hope she got it.
Vest is best.
Yes. What is meaningful is subjective. That is absolutely correct. That's a given.
Is best.
Oh my god.
Vest is best.
Come on, Phil. Put the McFly vest on. Shut up.
No one's asked me
probably-
anything. So I guess we're good to
No one
end it
cares.
and then jump into the game then, right?
I'll stick around for a few minutes. Let me see.
No
Yeah,
one's
let me
saying
see how the
anything, so I
game
guess.
looks.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we will adjourn
See how Phil's doing in the
today's
game.
level 1. What happened to the platinum vest? We just wore it. We just wore the platinum vest yesterday? Yeah, we wore it yesterday. Yep. What's going on, Jade? It's good to have you here today. How you doing?
Okay.
Do I like Pokemon? Of course I like Pokemon.
What are these?
Is it worth buying
dude?
Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3 for $55? I mean, it's pretty good value for 3 full-length games. Keep in mind, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 do play very outdated, but they're actually quite good games. They're better than 3. So, it's your call. Just don't expect to understand the story. You won't. Only playing those 3 games, you'll have no clue what the fuck's going on. You have to play all the spin-offs to understand it. I have gotten 100% of achievements in a game before. Yes, I have. Good. I'm glad you're feeling good, Jade. Thoughts on a Fallout 4 next-gen upgrade? That'd be neat. If I'm ever going to replay Fallout 4, to play it on current gen would be kind of cool, I think. When will Virtua Fighter return? Probably never. There really is no competitive community for Virtua Fighter. I played it casually as much as I could, to the point where I was losing enjoyment because people were basically hitting me up with stuff that was like frame trap shit that I didn't understand. And I was like, okay, I think that's enough of that. I'm not going to invest that much time into it. So.
Oh, the game was cheating? We've entered the dented zone, dude. What is this, Phil?
Felipe, if you would like
What are
to
these
know if
que-
I'm enjoying Tears of the Kingdom, watch today's
What are these
podcast. I talked
questions,
all
dude?
about it earlier on the show. Okay. Guys, I think it's time to adjourn. Thank you for a great podcast. Thank you for the overwhelming support. Like I said, it's pretty cool we have this level of support. And the idiots who come and say, oh, the only way Phil will ever get that support is with one person.
Oh, stop.
And here we are today.
It's true.
That one person who's been super supportive for 6 straight
It
streams
was
is not even
anonymous.
here. And here we are hitting all the goals. That's very nice of everyone. Thank you so much for that.
Phil, you're a liar. You're a liar, and you know it was the same person. I know that you know. I know that you know, Phil.
I hope you're enjoying your springs. If you indeed are in spring, stay safe. And I'll see you soon.
He knows.
All right.
Oh, he knows.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pee. And then I'm going to come right back and we're going to start. I do not need to take any kind of extended break or anything today. I am able to actually,
Extended break?
What the heck? My camera. I just realized it's too big. I'm able to actually just, use the restroom quickly and come right back and start. And I'm very interested to see what this world is going to be. This next
Me too,
planet
Phil.
that
I'm
we're
excited.
about to go to. You know,
I'm
we've been on
excited,
a
Phil.
freaking Kobo for so long. I feel like that's the whole
It
game.
complements the flavor.
So hopefully it's a totally different
It's
world
so
with
weird,
different stuff. You know, we'll
nothing
see.
like any other cuisine.
Okay.
It really is.
But I gotta
I
pee.
can't even take another
So you give me a minute. I'm gonna
cuisine
mute the
like
mic.
that.
I'm gonna go use the
It's so
restroom.
good.
I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna start over with Jedi Survivor. Sound good?
Usually when you get it, you get such
Please
a
keep
good
voting on the
variety
vest.
of
I'll be
stuff
right
like that.
back.
So it came with hummus and pitas. You dip the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious. Insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce. I will tell you guys is thus.
Yeah, he's got to pull a few Hogans real quick, you know?
Seasoned rice. The tastes again. It tastes kind of different from other cultures' rices. It has peas and carrots, but it's also got this unique seasoning in it that's really good. And then also a side salad, which was
What's
like
up, Weed?
lettuce, tomato, onion.
What's up, nerd?
Insanely
What's up,
flavorful
Bonsai?
chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce.
Yeah, he's
I will tell you guys.
probably no, but for real though, he's probably transferring the funds right now from his PayPal, so he can get him, get it into his Champions account as fast as possible.
We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword. We knew that the restaurant we were going to was probably going to be good. It was
Bro,
very
it's not even
high-end,
like a good gambling. Like, not that
Chinese-style,
gambling is
Asian
good
fusion-style
at all, but
restaurant,
like
okay.
you have no chance of winning any. You're not getting anything. You have no chance of getting anything back. Like, what the fuck is the point of dropping like tens of thousands of dollars into a mobile game like that? Like, I don't know, dude. It's crazy. I mean, I get it, but I don't.
And quite frankly, those people who make that shit up should be sued. They should be sued into oblivion. But I'm not a rich man, and I don't have the means to do it. You know, some of that stuff out there has been insanely damaging and messed up, the things they said about me and my family. That's completely false, and they have absolutely no factual corroboration for any of it. Who? I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true.
I just realized I'm
He's a
behind,
pedophile.
so I can
He's
just
a
fast
racist.
forward as well.
He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell. I'm a dunce. Offensive, egregious cross-dresser. Yes, that's true.
Oh, we're almost caught
Gifted a
up.
body that has a lot of shortcomings. Okay. Bad back injury.
In the
severely
previous
gout.
years,
You oozing with grit. Post-nasal
all
gout.
disheveled. Let me get back into the groove of things here. Give me a second here. We got Jedi going. We
Hey,
got...
Jedi's going.
Okay, you guys voted for the Pokemon vest?
Big time go.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You guys voted for the Pokemon vest, so let me get that. Alright?
No. No. Not the Pokemon, Phil. Anything but the Pokemon vest. Bro, this is fucking garbage, dude. Hold up.
Adult, I would usually take my mom out for all kinds of stuff, like meals and the like. Sometimes, depending.
Oh, really?
I just talked about this on the podcast. I said that we went to her favorite seafood restaurant and stuff like that. Okay.
And stuff like that.
But today I'm gonna give her a call later today and see how she's doing. So, okay.
No, you're gonna forget.
Never had like smoked tri-tip. I wonder how good that would be, right? But
always food.
So
dude.
thank you very much, Rizzo. Happy Mother's Day to you. I'm glad to hear that you are enjoying.
Except food.
Enjoying some delicious meat. That sounds good.
Bro, what's wrong with your?
And
What's
thank
wrong
you
with
so
his
much.
brain
It's
right
a
now?
very, very generous contribution to the stream. I appreciate that. Okay. All right.
All right, I'm caught up. Boom.
It said it would be back here, but I don't see a place for it.
We
I
are
don't remember what the
caught
robot's
up.
name was. This is the greenhouse, right? So this, this is the planting. We probably don't really care too much about this.
Oh, this might be painful, dude.
All right.
If
ready
this
to do some gardening?
If this turns out to be really painful, I'm gonna nope out of it. Well, I'm dipping my toes in, but I might
Do
regret
you
it.
have any plants to plant? I don't know what's going on here. I give up. Okay. Yeah, you can garden, but people are saying that basically it doesn't do anything. Like, it's just for fun.
Hold
it doesn't
on,
have
let
a
me fix the
purpose. I'm like, what? Like, you can't use the garden to craft an item. You can't use the garden to make, like, a dye for your armor. You can't use the item. You know, maybe eventually something would happen. New robot by the fish tank? Where? These are our existing robots. They're not new. These are the ones we already knew. Right? There's no new robot
what's
by
up,
the fish tank.
Magilla?
Nope.
What's up, Miss Schools?
We rescued that robot, but the robot is like not in the place.
Yeah.
Remember, it was in the cave. It was stuck, and we rescued
Yeah,
it.
you did, Mosky
It
Bear.
wasn't Z. The Z is the robot from the plot. I have no idea. This room is completely empty. There's no one in this room yet. Outside the
Okay.
bar near a building? What?
Like I'm just holding out hope that like there's some kind of
Why would there be a character I rescued outside the bar near a building?
maybe another frog fight or something. I don't know. Like
This is where I came
maybe
from.
it's a different
I don't know what else. I give up.
Different-
Let's just continue with the game at this point. I'm not going to waste any more
a
time.
different-
Enough.
Good to see you.
a different kind of boss maybe or something. Maybe you get lucky or something, Phil. What is he doing? Hold on, let me turn the gamma up. Wait, no, no, never mind.
Okay, so let's go to the ship. Let's get off this planet. Let's go somewhere new. Enough of this same old.
Okay, yeah, this is what we've been waiting for, Phil. The brand new, a whole new world. Let's go, Phil.
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Hello, Arkham.
I had a feeling he was about to start singing.
Yes, Arkham, I hope you get a membership back. I do. I know you enjoyed having it. I want to say, as we're just starting today,
Yo.
outstanding amount of support on the stream today. We haven't even begun. You know, we're just starting to play the game. Thank you to anyone who supported in any way. If you would still like
you
to
think you're
support
gonna
the
get
stream,
more?
liking the stream would be a great way to do it. Maybe a gifted membership for someone like Arkham,
Yeah,
who
beg.
just lost theirs, which kind of sucks. It's all appreciated. Thank you.
Dude,
Wait a minute. He was just...
yo, his dense beg for gifted memberships, just like he begs for money. And then not only that, he begs for him. He begs for Arkham. Somebody should gift him a membership. Phil, why don't you fucking gift him a membership, dude? You're just the fucking owner of the stream. Why don't you fucking gift a membership? Oh, YouTube doesn't allow me to gift memberships. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. even if that was true, make a fucking new account or something. I don't know. Figure it out, dude. But give some fucking memberships, dog. Nah, you would never do that.
The bar. He was literally in the bar, and now he's on the ship. That was an oversight. They screwed that up. He was in 2 places at once.
So who's this seer we're going to see?
A mentor of mine. Rescued me from the Empire on Braca and dragged me halfway across the galaxy.
Sounds like you two went through a lot together.
We did. Been a long time since I've seen her.
Begs for him, dude. Like, what? Not only does he beg for gifted memberships, he begs
Good. Thinking about
for
in the
people
bar
to
at the same
gift
time.
memberships to specific people. Like,
Definitely saw less
it's
action
just
since you
severely
left.
fucking dented,
You're
dude.
telling
Like,
me the spice levels haven't moved. Did you cook even one
And
decent
scummy.
meal for yourself these last years?
I'm not half the cook you are, Grease. And maybe only 3/4 the pilot.
Very kind, but the first chance we get, I'm making you a plate of Great Granny Pyloon's umber hash.
My favorite. Can't wait.
Yummy.
dude, just go to the new
And
world,
here's
dude,
our
so I
save
can
point,
decide
and our customizable
if I want to
bench.
quit.
Do we want to change up BD's appearance? We actually
Sure,
got some
could
new
use a
appearances
refresh.
for BD, didn't we? Let's see here.
Oh,
yeah, BD.
fuck me, dude. Come on. This is so dumb.
BD Scrapyard. Wait, didn't we have a different one? Oh, it was the head, wasn't it? Genosian BD Assembly Scrapyard. Genosian. This is a new head. All right, let's use the new head. Let's use all the the new Genosian set. Swooper. I think Swooper is new. No. All right, the Swooper body. We'll go back to regular BD legs. I kind of like just the standard BD. We'll go with that. And the materials. I think it's all the same, right? I don't think we found any new material stuff. Oh my god, look at the... Whoa! Holy moly, look at that. Where do we find this? Anodized metal. It's super reflective.
Look how big it
with,
is.
Let's go with that. Let's go with the anodized metal. And let's pick a cool color scheme. Ooh, I like the yellow and I like the red. What do you guys think? I like the red is cool. Let's go with that. I don't know where we even found that. Secondary. Again, anodized metal. Oh my god, we can make the whole body like reflective metals. Oh, that's cool.
Is that just
I think that may be
Yeah, but
too
that's
much
just-
red. So maybe we'll go with like yellow and red. That's pretty sweet.
what the fuck is
Oh my
that?
god, alright, that's like way too much anodized metal.
What is that, like Johnny Five, dude? Looks like a little Johnny Five. What the hell?
Wow,
his,
he
like,
looks
personal
completely different
dr-
now. Look at this.
Is that his personal droid?
That's crazy, the customizations, huh?
Yeah, that's so crazy that you can
Alright.
customize the colors.
Do you have
Phil.
any new lightsaber pieces? Hunter is new, apparently. Okay.
Yo, it's crazy that
Hunter
in
is new.
2023 you
We
can
have the
customize
whole Hunter
the colors,
set?
dude.
Oh, we found the whole Hunter
That's
lightsaber. Oh,
Actually insane.
cool.
I've never seen it. Never seen it before. You can change the color.
We
God
found the
damn.
whole Hunter lightsaber.
Easier than
I'll
building my
keep
first
I'll
one.
keep the color scheme, but we'll go with the new Hunter look,
Johnny Five is alive, dude.
and we'll go with the blue saber. And our new BD looks completely different. All right, now let's go to a new planet.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh,
Will
now?
it crash the
Wait,
game?
are you
That
gonna...
remains to be seen, kiddo. It very much could. Prepare for
Are
crash.
you sure? Are you sure you're ready, Phil?
Here we go.
Why don't you go
So we're going
like
to
do some
find
crafting?
Sayre from the first game, right?
Go do some
Travel
crafting
here.
right now or some shit.
Full speed to jet.
Oh,
Jedi.
here we go. Here we go. Let's go,
Jedi.
baby.
Must feel good
The
to get
boss
back
of
to the
Dark
Stronger-
Souls 3.
Fine.
Stronger
Felt
enemies.
Getting used to things.
Never been
Stronger
to Jedi.
frogs.
We headed to the city?
Nah, last I heard, Seer was holed up in the desert with some weird hermits called anchorites. I just wish he'd pick a more lively cult.
We're getting a signal from Jeddah.
That's Seer. I sent word ahead that we'd be visiting. Let me put it up on the holo projector.
Okay.
I got it.
That's what the Dents need to do. Pick a better cult, dude.
Where?
Or how about no
Here?
cult at all?
No. Where? Where's the holo projector? I was just there. It didn't work. It had to load. Okay.
justice. It is an honor.
An anchorite.
Yeah. Hi. Is Seer there?
We eagerly await your arrival. However, a dust storm is sweeping over our location. It is too dangerous for your ship to land.
Great.
How will I get to you?
Okay.
Master Junda has arranged
Yeah.
for an escort who will guide you to us.
Wait, she's sending someone else?
Oh, an
We'll
escort?
transmit the rendezvous coordinates to your
Oh, Phil's
pilot.
about to get that escort.
Okay, I got it.
Disembark with caution. Imperial patrols have been seen in the high desert.
Thanks for the warning.
Wait for the escort, Phil.
Well,
They give me the creeps.
Yeah,
wonder
hopefully
what
he has to
kind of
play
weirdo
3
she's
at
gonna
once,
send
dude. That'd be
to me.
sick.
Oh, shit, the comp still
Empire's there,
open.
too. Not the welcome I was hoping for.
The Narcus Anchorites.
Okay.
Star
Okay, we're here, baby.
Wars, nothing but Star Wars. How does that thing
We're here, baby.
fly evenly when it's lopsided? It's designed to be lopsided. Just by engineering purposes, it shouldn't work, but... Alright. Ruins landing site of Jeddah.
Sorry, kid, with
Okay.
the dust storm brewing, this is as close as I can get.
Tip total is at
$213.
$213. Nice job, Phil.
Find
Wait,
Seer's contact.
sit tight, you two. Why isn't this guy coming with me?
Grease Striders don't
You
need no
scammed over 200 so far.
Someone needs a nap.
Watch it, you.
This guy's a freaking warrior. Why isn't he coming with me? No, you come with me and do all the work.
Be careful out there. No pointless heroics, yeah?
Yeah, see, Phil doesn't want to do any
Have you been
work
telling
in the
stories about
game,
me?
in
I
real
got plenty of
life.
things to talk about
You know?
besides you.
He doesn't want to work, dude.
Great.
Why would you want
I
to
do
work,
everything
Phil, when
myself.
you can just sit
What a
back
shocking
and,
surprise.
and get
The game would
tips,
make me do things
right?
myself, right? Anyway, I guess we're going this way.
Why is he complaining about?
Nothing but Star Wars.
Why is he complaining about having to play the
Nice
game?
lens flare, even though
It's weird.
I don't know where the cameraman is to have a lens
The
flare.
rendezvous point is up ahead.
Look at that creature. What is that? It is kind of weird, no? That these games have lens flare. It's like, wait a minute, lens flare? Why would there be lens flare? Oh! Why would there be lens flare? There's no camera. There's no cameraman. Right? A little weird. We could do a wall run, it looks like.
Come on, Phil.
Oh shit! Oh! 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 Oh!
Dude, this is just clown mode, dude. That money buff has got him acting real dumb right now.
Oh no! Oh! 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 No!
Alright, I'm.
Oh shit!
If this is what it is, I'm probably gonna bounce, dude.
I gotta do stuff. I haven't played it. I can't stop sliding. I keep sliding. Okay, I guess we go up here. Okay.
Time to climb. Hang on, BD.
Bro, what is he doing?
Nothing higher
the
up.
fuck?
No. It's a dead end, right? Yeah, it looks like a dead end. Okay. Woo! Woo! Oh shit!
Yeah, no, I'm about to, dude. Trust me, I'm about to save myself. Don't worry. I'm almost there. Trust me.
Alright, now we don't have to do that again. Which begs the question, why do we have to do it in the first place? Ah.
Let's check it out.
Phil doesn't know
Jeddah,
what lens flare
welcome
is,
to
dude.
Jeddah.
Focus.
Hello, Ryan G. How are you? Welcome. Almost enough for an
Okay,
upgrade. I think I'm
let's
saving for
go.
2 points, if I remember correctly. I don't know, it's been a bit. I don't really remember. A stormtrooper. Get off the sand. What is this thing? Uh-oh.
It's like a sandworm.
Don't want land up a snack.
Oh, maybe it's like that
Sandworm
thing
or
from.
something there, right?
I think they're not called that though. They're called like There's a name I can't remember.
Scan.
Oh, nice. Looks like
It's a Star Wars thing.
Prayer wheel. What in the hell is a prayer wheel? So I guess when we get here, we have to run to the platforms, right? Yeah. That's probably where we're going. I already see a stormtrooper.
It's like Kevin
in there.
Bacon. It's like Kevin Bacon in Tremors.
And a
right now.
chest. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo.
Bro. Alright, yeah.
Hello.
What the fuck?
What the hell? A flamethrower trooper.
Oh.
He's new. He's also dead. Very good. Jinx, what's going on? Good to see you. Ronnie
Oh,
Blaze
Jinx.
says, use the force and run back to Dagobah. We
Looks
have
like Jinx
a
logged into his
audio sensor for BD, so a new one. Can we scan this? Read it? No.
logged into
Why
his
not?
account, I guess.
I want to read the text. They won't let me see what it says.
Sarlacc, yeah, it was Sarlacc, yeah.
Kagome says, be careful on the planet. I shall do my best. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I received a $20 tip
Alright.
from
All right, I'm outta
1
here.
Minute Man. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
1 Minute Man, for your daily support of all of my streams and content. It is very much appreciated. And with that,
Appreciate
as I told
everyone.
you guys, very
Appreciate
supportive day
everybody for
already so
stopping
far.
by.
$233 in tips and climbing. Thank you all so very much for
I
your support of the
will
content. I will
catch y'all
recommend,
later.
listen, tips are great. If you wanted to help out,
Tips-
likes on the stream
tips
would
are
be
great,
great. Trying
dude.
to hit 100 likes, and also maybe
Quick
some
bag,
gifted
quick
memberships.
bag.
I know a few people had lost their memberships today. It'd be great to maybe see if we can get some people's memberships back. If you're thinking of helping, that's a great way to do it. Okay, thank you.
No problem, no
Now
problem.
let's get the hell out of here.
Bonsai,
The
I got
Sandworm's
you,
on my
bro.
ass.
Oh, Phil? Don't let that sandworm bite
Let's
you.
see here. I
All
guess,
right,
do
I'm
we
done.
try to platform? I mean, we could try. I don't know if it's going to work.
I think this is appropriate.
But I'm telling you, I did spend money on mobile games in the past. I admit it. That's how I know how addictive they can be. That's how I know how bad they are for people to get caught in that kind of addictive nature. I remember playing...
Peace out, everybody.
there was an
Peace
event.
out.
The Hulk
Peace,
Hogan
peace.
card was in it, right? It was a legendary old school back in the day 1980s Hulk Hogan card.
We've been hanging and banging, brother.
Spending all my money on this Hogan.
Keep spending.
If they ain't 6 stars, I don't wanna.
Buy more.
Spending all my money on this Hogan.
Oh, play for 2 more hours. You ran out. Buy more.
If it ain't 6 stars,
Keep spending.
if it ain't 6 stars, I don't want it. All these pools, yeah, I'm about to bust. Spending all my money on these Hogans like I'm Elon Musk.
Ridiculous amounts of money. I know it was. It was probably hundreds of dollars for this event. I earned the car.
Spending all my money on this Hogan.
Keep spending. I earned the car.
If they ain't 6 stars, I don't wanna.
Buy more.
Spending all my money on this Hogan.
Oh, play for 2 more hours. You ran out. Buy more.
Yeah, I'm watching him fight that thing. He's
Spending.
getting his ass whooped.
6 stars, I don't want it.
I earned
Thank
the
God he's
car,
got
right?
4
I'm,
heals,
like,
right?
proud of myself. Oh my God, I actually earned this car.
Peace out, everybody.
Wow, it was very hard to do. I'm one of the few people in the game who even earned it. I think it was only like 20 people in the whole game who had the card or whatever. Okay? And I can tell you exactly what happened. Immediately after I earned that card, within 1 week they announced we were rebooting the game. The card is now going to essentially be way reduced in value.
We've been hanging and banging, brother.